Hey, good morning everyone, Tractorman 44 here. As you can tell, we're back for round two. This is another day. And what we're doing, we're clearing out an area for that last hickory. If you take a look up above me here, you'll see that last hickory takes a wicked Y or branch over towards the house. It is literally in line with knocking our gutters off and maybe doing damage to the eaves. So we're going to make provisions to make sure that doesn't happen. Little cedars right in the way. Their roots are always very superficial, very near to the surface. They're never very difficult to dig out, even a larger, much larger cedar. They always picks the mud off of the roots. So what we're going to do, you can see the choker, see that large snatch block right there on the ground connected to that choker. Well, this tree that we have the snatch block attached to is the direction we want that tree to go, so it does not come into contact with their garage. So we got to string our cables through that snatch block and set the truck over here to my right. Now what you can see from this drone footage, you can see that X. In the center of that X is a snatch block. The tree we're cutting down is up in the top right where I am in an orange shirt, and the rope right here at 6 o'clock is tied onto the truck through the snatch block. The choker is between the two trees, but the snatch block to change direction of the tree. Okay guys, now I'm going to tell you, this is something that definitely do not do as I say and definitely do not do as I do. We have got to tie that choker off to another tree to change the angle good enough to get this thing to pull the direction we want it to pull away from the house. So like I said, do not do as I say and definitely don't do as I do, and this is definitely not the way the professionals would do it. But you know what, I ain't no professional. Well guys, we got her down safely. We didn't hurt anything. It's pretty well worked up except for the tops of that part of the branches. Boy oh boy, wouldn't a grapple for the skid loader be great. And we got a little pile of hickory hits sitting here ready for to go home to the wood pile. Well, I took a load of brush home and we stayed here and dug out the stump. So the stump's out and the root wise cleared off. So that's going to go in onto the third load of brush and hold everything in place. There's still one more good piece of wood on that stump, but I left a little bit long so he'd have something to get a hold of with the backhoe bucket to help him pull it out. He's wanting to lay it to the left. Guys, for what it's worth, this is the third trailer reasonably full of brush and debris off of those 3 hickories. I got the third stump here on top. It was a nice big stump. He dug it out fairly easily. The other 2 we went ahead and pulled the trees over with attached to the stump. And then on this last one, I took the second load down to dump it while he stayed back and dug the stump out. And he got real lucky and dug out a pretty large stump fairly quickly. So we've got it settling the leaves and branches down. So that's it for this particular little bit of a project. We'll be back whenever we do the next phase. And I had one commenter that wanted to know if I tied a pallet and some chains in the front of the bed. Well, I'm going to show him exactly how we unload this. Though a pallet and chains tied in front is really a good idea. However, personally, I prefer this method here. This is a 18,000 pound tandem axle PJ trailer. They advertise it whenever I talk to the salesman as though it would dump anything I put in it. And I've had some pretty massive loads in this, and I've not had a failure yet. It'll dump to 41 degrees. That's the total dump angle right there. And it's got a tailgate set up for spreading gravel or just using it as a tailgate that folds down. Plus it also comes with a tarp, actual rollback tarp cover on top. The cantilever hoist is absolutely awesome, and as is the size of the cylinder and the capacity. That's a 6-inch by 16 cylinder. The top portion of the gooseneck is 10-inch I-beam. The vertical risers are 12-inch I-beam, and the main frame is 8-inch I-beam with 4-inch channel iron under bed reinforcements. Everything I've described is all standard fare that comes with this particular trailer, as well as the built-in ramps. It's also a double acting cylinder, so it powers back down to not just gravity. And I'm not affiliated with, nor do I receive compensation for advertising their product so well. I'm just that pleased with it. It's a super trailer. Now remember, if I happen to say, while we were doing that last tree, when I had that rigged, when we had the rigging to where we changed the direction of the fall of the tree, by use of that snatch block, and then directed that snatch block a little bit differently by tying it to yet another cable or choker over to another tree to change the direction even further. Bear in mind, that's not the way the professionals do it, but it doesn't matter. We're professional enough for ourselves, and we ain't never hurt anybody and don't plan on doing it, and we got it done adequately, and that's about all there are to it. So we got it down safe, nobody got hurt, didn't tear up the building, and this is Tractor Man 44, and I'm out of here, guys.